Now, if you've got a UK passport, your holidays and travel to Europe are going to be changing forever and at the same time getting a lot more complicated. Starting October this year, 2025, the EU is rolling out a brand new border system that essentially means saying goodbye to passport stamps and hello to fingerprints, photos, and a whole lot of questions. I'm breaking down what you need to know and answering the most common questions. It's called the Entry Exit System, or EES, and you're going to hear a lot about it in the coming months because it begins on the 12th of October this year, 2025. It's a brand new EY digital system that replaces stamping passports with an automated record of your travel. So instead of your passport being stamped, you won't be able to collect those anymore because this new system will do away with that and automatically track your entry and exit. The first time you use it, you'll need to provide quite a bit of personal information, or as the EU likes to call it, biometric data. And this includes giving fingerprints, 4 fingerprints, and having a photo taken of your face and also answering some questions. I guess the good news, if there is any, the process is free and you don't need to do anything beforehand. It all happens right there at the border. And can you imagine the queues that is going to create? So, who does it affect? Well, it applies to all UK passport holders who are travelling to the EU for holidays, for business, to visit family, and even if you've got a property abroad in the EU. It's defined for short stays, and that's anything up to 90 days within a 180-day period. Children under 12 won't need to provide fingerprints, but they will still be photographed and have their travel logged. However, there is a small get out clause for some of you out there, and that is if you're a UK citizen with dual nationality and you have an EU passport, just use that one to travel and you'll be treated as an EU citizen and won't be subject to the new rules. By the way, I'll be answering the most common questions a little later, but put any you have in the comment and I'll answer them quickly for you. So, where is it being implemented? Well, the EES will be phased in at every airport, every train terminal and ports across all 29 countries in Europe. I've stuck a list of them in the description of the pinned comment for you. But as of this video going out, Ireland and Cyprus are the only two who won't be implementing it. And for those travelling from the UK to Europe via places like the Port of Dover, Eurotunnel, or Pancras International, for now you'll actually go through the biometric checks before you leave the UK and not when you arrive in Europe. So why is it being implemented? Well, it comes down to 3 key things. First of all, it catches overstayers. Now the old system of stamping passports, that was honestly a bit of a mess for border control. Now your entry and exit dates are automatically logged, or will be automatically logged, and the system will flag anyone automatically who stays longer than they should. Secondly, it's supposed to fight fraud. The new system uses all of your biometric data that are collected from you, such as your fingerprints and your photo of your face. And this is a game changer because these unique physical traits are nearly impossible to fake. And lastly, third, it uses technology to speed things up. Now, what are the most common questions on this? We've got 8 of them here, 8 questions. First one, will passport stamping stop immediately? No, it won't. Not right away. Many countries will continue to stamp passports and log your entry digitally until the system is fully operational. Will there be longer queues? Yeah. I was going to say probably, but I'm going to say definitely, especially right at the beginning. Because everyone who's coming from the UK into the EU in October when this begins is going to have to give 4 fingerprints, their photo of their face, and answer some questions for the first time. Third question, what happens after the first time? Well, once you've registered all of your biometrics, that's your fingerprints, photo of your face, that information is stored for 3 years. So trips within that time, You only need a scan of your passport, or maybe even a photo. Does it apply when going back from the EU to the UK? Yes, it does. It's exactly the same, as the system will track your entry from the UK into Europe and exit back again. Can you be refused entry if you don't provide your fingerprints or photo? Yes, definitely. If you refuse to provide your biometric data, you will be denied entry into that country. How long will the EES registration last? Well, I said earlier your digital record will be valid for 3 years, or until your passport expires, whichever comes first. What if you own a holiday home in Europe? Well, even if you own your own property in Europe, you're still going to be subject to the EES registration and the 90-day visa limit. The system will track your stay to ensure you don't exceed the permitted time. So that's something to think of there. Will there be a phone app to register in advance? Well, let's just say it's not the top priority. Some countries may offer self-service options like on the website or things like that, or even the possibility to submit information in advance. What if you overstay your welcome? Well, the new EES system will automatically identify you as an overstayer. So if you stay longer than the permitted 90-day period within 180 days, the consequences for overstaying essentially depend on the specific country's laws. And these can include fines, deportation, or even being prevented from re-entering that country, or worst case, the EU in the future. And there you have it. You now know what the EES is, who it affects, why it's been implemented, and I guess what you have to do. I appreciate you might have any more questions, so as I said earlier, drop them in the comments below and I'll get back to you. Obviously, don't forget to like the video and subscribe, and I guess I'll see you in the next one. Bye.